Hello and welcome back to Phat Pack Magic. The cube is charged up and fired off, and you know what that means. We've got some awesome vintage cube gameplay here for you today. Now on the left we got Devyn, who piloted his red deck wins deck to victory in the previous match, and he's going to be playing up against Michael, who's running an Izzet Tinkery artifacts kind of deck. He's got a lot of artifact mana and he's got a lot of juicy targets for his Tinker, so let's see if Devyn can construct a victory in a very timely manner, because Michael's not going to give him a lot of wiggle room. So it looks like they've decided that Michael is going to be on the play here, and they're about to draw their opening hand. So if you're Devyn, I think what you're really looking for is a super fast start, but that's almost in every game. But maybe some kind of one drops, of course, but Strip Mine is a really key component here, and let's take a look, and both hands do not look wonderful. Michael quickly shuffling it away, but we got to see a balance there and a Sensei's Divining Top, as well as a good amount of artifact mana. He's got Signets, he's got the Worn Power Stone, and he's got Tezzeret, but Tezzeret's fine, being able to kind of make out your own army with artifacts, but the question is, does he have a consistent and reliable way to deal with Devyn's creatures without balance? So they're taking a mulligan, and we saw a braid on Devyn's side of the hand here, which means it's like he's got answers against Michael's artifacts. The only question is, does he want to prioritize spells like that, or does he want to prioritize creatures in his next opening draw? So they're both shuffling up here, and it looks like they're going to take their mulligan hands, and let's see what they got. And this looks like a much better start for Devyn. A bunch of one-drops, a Robber of the Rich, and a pretty slow hand for Michael. A bunch of lands, Deceiver Exarch, and Karn. Now, Deceiver Exarch is going to be strong, but I don't think he's running Kiki combo. So, I don't know about that there. Now, Devyn drops the land, drops the Goblin Guide, and Michael is going to pick up a Fiery Izzet at the cost of 2 damage. And that's going to be a little bit painful for him. Devyn clearly impatient about Michael's life here. But Devyn draws a Soul Ring, which is going to pump up that Deceiver Exarch into a turn 2 play. Devyn draws. There we go. And on his upkeep, Michael plays out the Deceiver Exarch, tapping the land and leaving Devyn without a turn 2 play, and Michael has a 1/4 blocker. Now, Michael has a pretty stacked grip of lands, but he draws that Sensei's Divining Top that we missed in the previous opener. And here it comes down Karn, Scion of Urza, and Karn is going to be able to make a massive 3/3 construct here, or just get some card advantage going, which, I mean, both sound spectacular against Devyn's deck on turn 3, being able to make a 3/3 blocker that's just going to pump each turn with each additional construct, or being able to outrace Devyn in card advantage, because right now, Michael only has 2 cards in hand, and both of them are lands. So Michael is going to be able to tick up Karn, and he reveals a Rakdos Signet and Tezzeret the Seeker. Now, Tezzeret, his ultimate is at 5. So he only requires 1 turn of pumps, and then all of those artifacts become 5/5s with a... Wow! So Devyn needs to get through some damage here quickly. And it looks like Robber of the Rich is going to do it. Unfortunately, both of them only have... Devyn has 4 cards in hand, and Michael has 3. So unfortunately, Devyn isn't going to be able to get that attack trigger off the Robber of the Rich, but he needs to get some damage on that Karn. Michael is reading Robber of the Rich, trying to confirm exactly what he does. And he's fine with 3 cards in hand. Now, unfortunately, he can't stack... Well, he might be able to stack the attack trigger if Michael has a land on top, But Michael reveals Time Spiral, and Time Spiral isn't going to be put into Devyn's grip. So he's going to be able to block, and he's swinging at face, so Michael goes down to 16, and he's going to draw Time Spiral next turn. Now, that's not the most amazing play, because refilling Devyn's hand isn't something you want to do against a red deck. However, Michael has an incredibly cushy life total. He's also got Karn to be able to pump out tokens or bring the Tezzeret to hand if he wants to try and close out this game quickly. And he also has Sensei's Divining Top after the Time Spiral in case, his 6 isn't amazing. So graveyards and hand go back into the library, and they're going to get ready to draw up a new 7 opener. And right now, it looks like Michael is in the driver's seat here, having plopped down a ton of permanents and a ton of acceleration, and he's going to be able to untap his lands. Quick shuffle, quick cut. Devyn, a little more excited about this Time Spiral, I think, than Michael will be. Because he had a ton of lands in hand and not a lot of action. But as he draws to 7, there's another grip of lands. One is a strip mine, not going to be doing much this turnaround. And there is a Time Vault in Michael's hand. So now that Tezzeret becomes incredibly potent. Michael is going to minus the Karn to bring Tezzeret to hand. Now the question is, does he have a way to close out this game? He drops a Mox Ruby, and let's see. Is the challenge? No, he's not going to challenge. Nope. He's going to play out the Time Vault. Time Vault enters play tap, but he's got Pestermite to untap the Time Vault. Taps Time Vault. I'm going to take another turn. Unfortunately, Pestermite costs 3, so you can't really top, but it's just lands on. I should be... Anyways, Michael's going to take his next turn, and here's the Fiery Izzet for his draw, but I don't think it matters, because, whatever. Michael's going to play out the Soul Ring, and here's Tezzeret. Untap 2 artifacts. Time Vault is conveniently an artifact. Michael is going to be able to get infinite turns, and Devyn says, yep, you got it. Here we go. Game 1 to Michael. Wow, that was intense. Unfortunately, Devyn wasn't able to play out his creatures and interact with Michael's artifacts. And crazy enough, that was a turn 4 game, barring the additional turn of Time Vault. So Devyn, almost as fast as he could go, was not able to catch up to Michael's artifact combo. So he's going to be digging through, looking for a card that might be able to be better against Michael's deck than, say, looks like Direfleet Daredevil. So he's going to put in Mizium Mortars for the Direfleet Daredevil, and we are going to take a quick break. Hey guys, I want to give a quick shout out here to Your Playmat. These guys offer fully customizable playmats, card sleeves, and foil playmats. Now, I wouldn't be talking to you guys about these mats unless I personally believed in them. So check this out. Yeah, that is the Mox Jet Alter on the Fat Pack Magic draft videos, and we put that on a mat. And here's the best part. Your Playmat believes in me and believes in my channel, and therefore believes in you guys. So that's why they're doing a special discount code only for Fat Pack Magic YouTube subscribers. Put in the code PPM15 and get 15% off any playmat you order. Foil, regular, anything you're looking for. PPM 15. So what are you guys waiting for? Go make your own mats and show off your style. And we're back. Michael had to take a mulligan, so he's going to be down to 6 cards for this round. But Devyn has kept his hand to 7, and he's good to go. Michael drawing out, and let's see what he's got. Here's a... it's okay. He's kind of short on blue mana, but there's a bunch of Signets and a Tezzeret, so he's fine. But Devyn starts off with a Falcon Wrath Gorger, a pretty much vanilla 2-1 Savannah Lions in red. And Michael drops the land and passes the turn back. Devyn plays 2. And there's Direfully Daredevil. Apparently not the card that he took out. But he crashes in for 2 at Michael anyways. As Michael follows up his turn with a Grim Monolith. A fat little signet there. And Devyn draws for turn. Plays out the Mutavault. And he's deciding. But looks like Legion Warboss is going to come down, making a token, and he crashes in at Michael, dealing 5 damage and bringing him down to 13. There's that blue mana that Michael was looking for. But it doesn't look like he's got a lot of time. Next turn is going to be 1 heavy payout. Michael untaps, draws, and he's got a lot to work with. He's got Cough. He's got that nice little Mutavault. He's got a Strip Mine too if he wanted to keep Michael off mana. But Michael says, okay, before you go to combat, I'm going to tap down your Legion Warboss. But Devyn says, you know what? Mizzy Mortars the Fairy. And he still gets to make a token, but it's going to swing in. And that's 2, 4, 6, 8 damage at Michael's face. He's going to be landing at 5 here. Now, Michael has 1 turn to pull something out. He might need a balance, but that looks like a good answer. A Wildfire. And that's exactly what he's going to do. No hesitation. Here's 4 damage to all your creatures, and let's get rid of some lands. But Michael has a little bit of a heads up with his Grim Monolith, albeit tapped, but it's still something, as Devyn only has a Strip Mine. Michael draws, Signet, nothing. Devyn draws, Chain Lightning, nothing. Draw, draw. Ah, there we go, there's an island. But Devyn has nothing still. There's another island. There's a Rakdos Signet. And Devyn has a full grip and nothing to do with it. But Michael has another nice little draw there. He's got Thirst for Knowledge that he could chuck away that Azorius Signet to. But he's deciding on how he wants to play out his turn. He's got both Tezzerets in hand. And he's got the Deceiver Exarch. Devyn patiently waiting to draw. Oh, there we go! Devyn's finally got a land. And red needs very few lands to actually function. So he's going to start off with a Fire Drinker Satyr. And Michael plays out the Deceiver Exarch using that nice little trick to untap the Grim Monolith. And deciding on which Tezzeret he wants to play out this turn. But there's Tezzeret the Seeker. Starting at 4 loyalty. Oh, wow. And Michael has a blocker, but Devyn has the Chain Lightning in hand. Any misstep from Michael is going to be a game over, or, in fact, any lucky draw from Devyn. But Michael taps down the Grim Monolith again, plays out 2 Signets, chaining them together, and Devyn finds his second land. All he needs is 1 turn, 1 draw. He's got Chain Lightning in hand, but he swings at the at Michael. Takes 1 point of damage because Deceiver Exarch blocks, but he's got the Chain Lightning in hand. All he needs is just 1 Lightning Bolt. He needs just a little bit more damage, just a tiny, tiny, teeny, tiny little push. He's reading Tezzeret. Now, Tezzeret next turn is going to be able to ultimate off, and Michael has a bunch of Signets, but Devyn fires off that Chain Lightning at the Deceiver Exarch, says, no more blockers for you. And Devyn is very close to dead. Michael draws a Mox Ruby, trying to decide on how he's going to play out this turn. He can ultimate Tezzeret next turn, maybe? But he's going to -2 Tezzeret. What do you got going on in there, Devyn? Michael. What do you got going on there, Michael? And Michael pulls out a Time Vault. Comes into play tap. I don't think he's going to try and give Devyn another window into victory here. But he's going to tap 4. And he's going to pump out the other Tezzeret, making the Rakdos Signet a 5/5. Devyn draws. It's a land. Nope. He can't beat the Time Vault. Time Vault wins the match for Michael. Holy crap. Wow. Now, I love these kind of blue Tinker artifacts decks. They're so much fun. But Wildfire was a game changer there for Michael. Devyn had an incredibly impressive board, but that Wildfire came at the perfect time. And Michael is going to snatch victory and win this tournament. And so that's it for us today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, follow us, subscribe, check us out on Instagram, and hey, if you want to kick me a few bucks, toss it on Patreon too. And remember, if you want a custom playmat, hit PPM 15 at your playmat. But until next time, may all your packs